that.
Um, because you send the whole recording, not
Here we
what
go.
stream. Good morning.
Exactly. And transition GM Farcaster. I was just saying we always have this little bit of green room that you all get on while we're waiting to make sure the stream is going. So we are live. And welcome, GM Adrian. How are you doing this morning? How's
GM
things
Prof.
going today?
Um,
You just got back from a big trip. How was your travels? Everything go well?
it was good. I was in Las Vegas this week for a conference. So I just flew back last night and happy to
Awesome.
be back home. Happy Friday,
It's
everyone.
always nice to get back. And I do see Chris Co-Created is in our chat. He just got off of his poetry stream, and I did that yesterday or the day before. Really fun. Like co-creating a poem was really pretty cool. And then like having, co-creating the image, and it was a cool thing. So I definitely recommend giving it a shot when you have a chance. A lot of fun.
That's
And
awesome. I haven't joined one yet, but I've seen
ah,
I've seen some of the products showing up on my feed, the output and the
the
finished
output.
product. And I know he was using Arian's triplicata format,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yes.
is similar like a haiku. It's a little different. He does 3 syllables, 6, 9, 6, 3.
Yeah.
And he also says if you want to break the rules a little bit, it's okay too.
Yeah.
So
And it's really
I like
interesting. I love, and this to me like really speaks to your genius thing, right? We're always like I feel like I learn something new every day from this amazing group of folks who've decided to spend time on Farcaster, and it's kind of amazing. It really is. I am always so impressed with, the level of engagement and the signal rather than noise and all of that. So, this is why we do this
There it is. So
today.
on the
Yeah.
Scenius, I'll just say one thing.
Yeah.
The first place I had heard Scenius was from this DevOps community I'm a part of, which is the conference I was
Where's the
at
conference you were just at? Oh, wow, that's
this
cool.
past week.
That's really cool.
So I have all these other ideas. They do some other things as well to keep trying
Ooh,
to encourage this concept of Scenius, where it's not top-down creation.
okay.
It's all
Community.
community-driven creation. So
I love that.
um,
That's really interesting. So we're gonna we have to some okay. I really want to start a stream called Unpacking with Prof. I don't know when. I have no idea when I'm gonna do this. But one of the things I'd love to do is really do a deep dive on Senius with you and really kind of break that down a little more. And I just haven't we'll figure that out. Like one, because I don't know
well,
when that's gonna fit into my schedule, but really want to do it. It's like
as Chris says, with all the spare time you have.
exactly. Exactly. 100%. It's so funny because yeah, I said that yesterday. I'm like, yeah, I've been doing, I don't know who I was talking to, but I'm like, yeah, I've been doing GM Farcaster, and it's because I had a spare 21 minutes in the morning because I really like it. I'm enjoying it. So I'm like, I'm doing the things I like. Um, Go ahead.
The
What were you
way
gonna say?
you, well, the way you first pitched it was it takes 21 minutes to drink a cup of
Coffee.
coffee. Like
Right.
it's
I
not a
got
lot of
time.
time. We have 21 minutes. So
I got
thank
time.
you.
I got time.
We're doing it.
It does take a little bit more, we kind of I kind of brush over the prep and brush over the post, but it's still worth it. Like it's manageable and we can keep it going, and that was my big thing is like can I be consistent with this? Cuz I have a tendency to jump into things and start things and like get it really excited and then realize that I've bitten off more than I can chew. So, and I had that moment when we first started this like a couple days in where I'm like this might have been a mistake. And now that we've kind of figured out, and that was mostly the tech craziness that was happening early on, and some of it was just random. Um, but I feel like we're hitting a nice stride, so want to keep going. And so let's start with a couple news pieces. We do have a new elephant in the room, if you will. So the new protocol Mint has dropped for the recent upgrade to Elephant. So I guess it'd be V5. I think we're up to 5. That makes sense. Yeah. E. So that went. I minted it. I'm sure others will as well. This is Farcaster's way of kind of marking different upgrades. If you haven't seen this before, if you're new to the ecosystem, so there's been alpaca, bison, capybara, dolphin, elephant. I think I got them. Did I get them right? I
Yep.
think I got them right. Do you have them all? Have you
I have
collected them all?
0. I have 0.
You are not a collector, are you? And I'm
I'm
like
not.
about ready to go buy an alpaca on secondary because I don't know if it's still mintable. So I'm like, I need them all. I gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. I'm that kid.
I've thought
But
about it, but I don't just collect everything.
that's so funny. It's really that is such a different, that's an interesting mindset to me, especially like you can see the people in crypto who are the collectors, they are so into NFTs. Right? It's just a different vibe. Like you don't care about collecting fungible tokens unless they have like monetary value. But NFTs is a whole different thing. So it's really funny and I consider myself NFT native rather than crypto native because I started,
Mhm.
I bought crypto to buy an NFT. So it's really interesting. It's a different, definitely a different feel. But I like that, Dan's thinking about all these different ways that people interact. So it's good for those of us who do collect. We're
I've
getting it.
collected yeah, and I've collected some things, but it's not like the automatic just collect
You
everything.
don't just mint
So
it if it's there. Yeah, I'm a very much. It comes
no,
through my
I,
notifications. If I like it, I mint it. It's very much a.
um,
Yeah,
I
I'm very.
did at this conference convince someone on the potential value of NFTs.
Ooh, nice job.
Using just the conference itself as an example of like, what if this ticket was an
Absolutely.
NFT, and what could other people do who aren't part of this conference do, knowing who attended this conference, having
Exactly.
like.
She gets
And
it.
then I did use, and he also has a son who plays Fortnite, and I said, does your son spend money
Yeah.
on in Fortnite, like,
Yeah.
to do
And
some real
skins
money
and
in
all the things. Yeah.
and so just started explaining even just why would someone wanna buy. So he got it.
Exactly. Exactly. And that to me is so. That's always. I'm reading through here. I think that's always a good question to ask yourself. Can I be consistent with this? Oh, that was earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, there's so many use cases, and I think ticketing is a huge use case for NFTs because then you can connect with those who attended after the fact. And you can do that either with a POAP is another way to do that or an NFT ticket. And I see so many potential use cases with, you do not have you can watch this stream recorded on Zora without minting it. If you mint the NFT, we might do some things. And because we can, we might airdrop things to you, like highlight reels or blooper reels is more like it. We might, tap into something down the road where we create some merch and give discounts, or we have an event and we want to, make sure we hit those folks. So there's going to be, if we continue to grow this, and I think we will, there's different ways that we can interact with those folks that we know are loyal fans and all that kind of thing. So it's fun. I like the
VIP,
thinking
can we
about it. VIP.
VIP happy hour at the next FarCon?
Exactly.
A
Great,
live recording
brilliant idea.
a live recording of GM Farcaster with all of our early fans at the next
Exactly.
FarCon.
So, funny that you mentioned that. So, Overpriced JPEGs podcast I listen to all the time, Carly Riley, all about the NFT space. That's what she did. She did OPJ happy hour, and you had to have the NFT to attend her OPJ NFT. And I was like, that was why I went and grabbed it because I love her show, and I'm like, I want to be there. I want to, be part of that. So, and coffee. Yes, there will definitely be coffee, but only for 21 minutes. And it will probably be Nouns Coffee, I'm just saying, or probably Lil Nouns Coffee from Derek Taylor. We'll get Derek there and he'll grind. I don't know if you remember that from FarCon. He brought coffee, he brought a grinder, he brought his own mugs. He
Yes,
started making coffee for people.
shout out to, and is he part of the park?
He is. He is the founder of the
Okay.
park and they are amazing. Yeah. Love the park. They drop NFTs all the time, drop proposals of their studio sessions that they do. They do these live studio sessions. So they'll drop NFTs of the studio session. They'll drop NFTs of what resulted from the session, the actual songs. It's pretty amazing
Yeah,
way to approach a DAO. It's really a creative collective, and it's super fun.
very cool.
Yeah, so I love that.
All right. All right.
So I want to
What else is going on?
I want to jump into something that you pointed out. Alex Kwan said, "Can you say something if you see this cast? I feel like I either got muted by everyone or I'm casting really low quality stuff today, or something's wrong about post visibility." And there was a discussion that went on about engagement being weird lately. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you're seeing that feels like a little different?
Um, it's a feeling, right? So I don't have I think it's so hard
We have no
to
data to back this up at this
compare.
moment.
Right. So I just remember, I think Cameron responded to Ace's cast just saying
Mm.
like, "Oh,
Yes.
he said, "Oh, engagement's been weird." And I said, "Oh, I kind of
Yeah.
picking up on that too." So I wonder also if you're listening in, if anyone has thoughts on how does Farcaster
Yeah.
feel recently, and does it feel the same? Um, Hi,
Hi,
friends.
friends. Hi, eggs.
Uh, um,
Um, yeah, if you
and
have, yeah, what is your, if you're listening on the chat, how has your engagement felt lately? Does it seem the same? Do you feel like it's dropped off at all? And it, I wonder, the cast storage thing. Could it be related to that? Are you, because you and Cameron, because I don't feel any difference. I feel like my engagement's been up, but I've been posting more. So I wonder though, for those who are really high active users, that top 10, if there's been something that's happened with storage that you might have, um, I don't know. Could that be it?
mhm,
I wonder.
I don't know. And my feeling is, yeah, and Aryan's saying, obviously as Farcaster grows, and I think that
Hmm.
will feel, but my feeling is I wonder if it has something to do with the channels of,
Mm.
it's like people I follow. I'm such a home feed girl. Like I like my home feed
Ah.
and I like following people
Mm-hmm.
or accounts or, as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to topics.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little too much friction for me to like dive into all the channels. So I've been
Okay.
using the all channels. So if someone I follow post in a channel, maybe I don't see it, and just it's just and this is my taste, and even the idea of like Farcaster always feeling of like the evolution of small group chat
Hmm.
is how it feels. So I wonder if people are within channels trying to get, oh, it feels like a small group chat, but it's a different
Right.
group of people, and I don't know,
I
change.
think you're onto something. And there's in our chat here, I see people saying the same thing. Engagement's felt lower. Arjun, yeah, talking a little bit lower. I also feel that my morning casts get less engagement, which is interesting, and that might be a time zone thing.
People
Definitely
have
a
said that
time zone thing.
often. I know, like
Hmm.
Asia, probably there's fewer people, even, and then
Hmm.
the Europeans, and um, we'll say things up in the evening, afternoon for them.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that's a
yeah,
common issue I know for those who are in Europe is that it is such a strange disconnect there sometimes. It's funny because I feel like I have, it's easier to connect with Australia almost because they're in the exact opposite.
that's
So, it might be morning here, it's evening there, but we're usually, casting or tweeting or whatever at the same time because they'll be, winding up their day. We might be GMing and they're GNing, but it's there. But Europe sometimes gets lost in the mix because they're up earlier
hmm.
than we are. I don't know.
The middle child,
The middle
middle
child.
child
I'm
syndrome.
sorry, Europe. You're the middle
Sorry, Europe.
child, and Jan is just who you are. We now call you Jan. We have renamed the European Union to Jan. She is the middle child. If you guys are not getting my Brady Bunch
Oh,
reference, it's because I'm really old, and you'll just have to go look it up on Wikipedia. Um,
oh,
for those of you Gen Zers,
I see Seraphim, who's here in our chat as well. Seraphim, is this the Seraphim on
Seraphim.
the chat with Ted and Caro and Serendipity last night, Caro? Because I was on an airplane and I had just enough Wi-Fi to jump into an Unlonely. Yay.
Seraphim was, I believe, the first person to do Love on Leverage, which brings us to another
Okay.
topic we were going to touch on today.
Lo-
So this is perfect. So I watched Seraphim on the very first one. It was a little like I felt the awkwardness. But I also felt like, oh my God, how brave. How brave of you to be first, not knowing what this was going to be. Like, so shout out Seraphim for jumping on there first. But I have to tell you, last night I watched the one with it was Alex and I think her name was Sierra. And it was really good. It was really good to watch. It was very entertaining. It was I was betting on no, and I knew there was a moment that happened. He had a world coin orb. behind him. And he pulls it out and starts explaining it. And you could see that moment where all of a sudden you're like, I'm like, oh, I bet wrong. This is definitely going to happen now. She
So
got
they're
very
going on a second
interested.
date? Is there a second date?
There's a second date. Yeah. Yeah. There's a second date. And I believe it's going to be streamed. Yes, the World Coin Orb. I know, right? Wasn't that a perfect date? They're all like, "Yep, yep, it really was." But it was such a roller coaster. I was like, "There's no way she's gonna. There's no way." At the beginning, like she was not vibing at all, and then all of a sudden they started talking about that. He starts talking about universal basic income. I thought he lost her for a minute, but I was riveted. I was like, if I was younger, I'd be totally into this dude. He's really interesting. Um,
Okay,
but
so
it's like, and
two
then it happened, and then you felt the click, and it was a lot of fun. So
Prof, I think it was literally 2 days ago. We said, I was like, I don't know what love on leverage is, but it sounds something I need to know about. I better figure it out. So I am in the car on the way home from the airport last night, and I casted quick, like, who can tell me what love on leverage is? And Jacob responded back with his Atlas summary.
yes.
Do you know what Atlas is? Have you followed everything Jacob is working on?
No, no, tell
He's
me
got
more.
okay. I don't know, and we should get him on someday to tell us
Yeah.
everything, but um so Jacob, wherever you are, I need to he's
We
lots of
need to
little
engage.
bots and things, but Atlas, he's the one who does the conversator one, and like I've seen him having
Oh,
conversations
oh,
with
that's the
himself with
bot.
his
Yes,
bot.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. I
And
ended
he's
up in a
doing
chat with that bot, and it was really funny.
So
It,
Atlas, I think, does summaries of threads. So it's
oh,
like an AI, like, oh, this was this. Quick, give me a summary, and it does a really good job. So he sent me a summary of Love on Leverage. So then I quickly, and then I found on Twitter the
yeah.
recording of the stream. So I didn't have time. I quickly just watched a little bit of the highlights of last night.
It was
State.
really, really good. I was engaged. I was very riveted. I was like I was cheering them on. Like this is fun. This can be really fun. If it's the right people, it can be really, really fun. Like
Okay,
it's
did you hear?
enjoyable.
And do you know about the insider dating?
Yes, the insider dating
Okay,
scandal.
and this is said. So here's
Did
the
you see
question for everyone.
Brian's
The
apology video? It's
It was
hilarious.
it was
Like
amazing, but just
what a way to lean into that and just pull some humor out of it. But go ahead. Go ahead. What were you
so
gonna
well, just here's the question. Is insider dating going to be the meme of Farcaster for Q4? There's some early predictions that it will be. I think it's too early and we're going to top it.
I don't know.
But
I don't know. The insider dating thing is absolutely hilarious. Europe. Oh, Chris wants a European edition. Yeah, I think some of them are in Europe. Actually, he's in Europe. The guy who was on the date last night. So I think he's in France. Um, so yes, we had that was a He was great, but also he got up and danced. Like you gotta see the dancing. The dancing was impressive. Like eh, the fact that he
okay.
even
And
first
they
of
have
all
like
that
a
you
7, 8 year age difference, right? Seven,
is
eight
it
year
that
age
many?
difference.
I didn't even know
I
that. I
was
think
like
I missed the
laughing on,
very
okay.
beginning. So I missed the very beginning, like the early. I came in about half. I came in pre
So,
World Coin Orb, but not at the very beginning.
okay,
But I
well,
gotta tell you,
what
like, I
else?
mean, it's so. I know.
It's
We could
just
literally have a whole show that's just about that. Um,
2 more minutes.
I'm
What
gonna
else do we
I'm
have to
gonna
talk about?
I'm gonna jump to one more thing because I thought this was really interesting. KBC posted, I think she posted in Farcast her. No other invention had created such widespread interest. This new thing was not a tool to reduce labor, save time. It was not an instrument to create more comfort and luxury for the well-to-do. It was a romantic device to bring entertainment to the common people. Can you guess the innovation? And did you have a guess when you first saw that? Did anything pop to your head?
Um, I had no idea like what time frame we were in. Is this new? Is it 100 years old? Like I really did not know. But when I heard, just the terms romantic device,
Mm.
and it was something else, and then
Common
this
people.
this idea of common people, and my brain just went to like somewhere. I don't know. I just was like, I didn't know.
So my first thought was TV, and then I went, wait, well, this might be older. So I said film, and it was film. It was film projection. And I thought that was a really, romantic device really, really caught me. Like I hadn't thought of that term in regards to something like film, but it really made
And
sense. It really resonated.
beautiful, yeah, and I think when I saw romantic, I just thought that was kind of like trying to be a PC word for something more sexual, and then I saw common and thinking that was more like common people as like,
Mm,
just a shortcut for men. So that's where I went to, but no, romantic device and all people film
mm.
and like, ugh, beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful, right? What a beautiful like term to for film. And if you think about film, like actual film and early on and things like Casablanca and, Gone with the Wind and, that to me is film, like old school. And those are some of my favorite films, by the way, just in case you need to know, my favorite film is Casablanca. For real, not just to sound hoity. Um so anyway, hey, guess what? 21 minutes is
That's it.
up. We do have Come Join over here once GM is over. Chris is going to be doing another space right now on Unlonely. And then I'm just looking through our chat real quick. Thanks for jumping in here, everybody, especially who jumped on the stream. We really appreciate that. We're going to be posting the recording of this. We create it as a mint on Zora. You can mint or just view it on Zora. So that'll be out shortly. I try to get it out before noon. We'll see how this day goes. Might be even sooner. And that's it. So, what are you looking forward to today as we wrap? Or for the
Um,
weekend? Are you doing anything fun? Anything going on? Are you just catching up from
no,
your
all things
travels?
I'm traveling again next week for work.
Oh boy.
So just gonna catch up this weekend and
All right. And that's doing the
enjoy the
same.
home.
I'm just
How
still
about, yeah.
catching up from my last weekend. So we will see you on Monday. Are you around? Okay. Do I
Yeah.
need a co-host? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Monday, yes.
So we'll see you Monday. GM Farcaster, have an amazing day, everybody, and we will see you.
Okay.
Have a great weekend.